Hello there, my Tauruses. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back, love bug. I am Coco Hummingberry, and this is going to be a love energy reading for March of 2020. We're going to try to see what energies we pick up on. Let's go ahead and get started and jump right into this. Okay, first couple of words that came to mind, Taurus. Indecision, regret, isolation, suffering, lack of fulfillment, confusion. Right now, I feel like your love life is, I don't want to say non-existent, but it's almost like whatever is taking place in it is not enough to make you feel like it exists, if that makes sense. Some of you could be torn between two people or two situations, or you're not sure what choice to make about a person or about a situation. You feel like on one end you need to give yourself space possibly from someone, but on another end, another person may not be fulfilling you, or like the other people who you have been meeting or coming across, they're not really giving you what it is that you need out of a love relationship. Someone may have the stability that you like, or may have like money or something like that to offer you, but they don't make you feel something that I guess another person like kind of sparked in you. It could have been someone that kind of came in and then left back out of your life in some way. And you're just not feeling the same sense. I've met some decent potential partners and people, but it's just not enough to fully take you out of hermit mode. Like, you have let your guard down a bit and, you know, opened up to some people, but you haven't given anybody that full you. Maybe since this person, you might have actually gave this person a glimmer of you. And so, I don't know, it's like you feel a little stuck right now and blindsided. You don't really know what to do. There could be another earth sign. There could be a Libra. I heard Gemini as well. Cancer. But you're feeling really, it's almost like hopeless or like hopeful, but it's like a weird feeling. Like you're feeling multiple things at one time. Like, and that's why I said I feel like you could be dealing with two people. There's two energies coming up, and it's like one of them doesn't fulfill you, but they have some quality that's like, okay, I can deal with this. And then another one fulfills you, but something about that makes you fearful, and you're like, I'm too open with you, or something like that. Now, one issue could be that someone wants things to take place the way they want them, and if things doesn't take place or things don't happen at the pace or in the way that they want it to happen, then they almost feel like it's not a victory. And you're like, dude, this isn't a competition. Like, why are you trying to have victories? Like, why are you trying to win? I'm me, you're you. Things are gonna be a way that we can't control them. Like, why do you want me to talk how you want me to talk, or do what you want me to do? Why do you want things to move at that pace and not just the natural pace, you know? And so it's like, with that being in the air, this person could offer you, you know, things. They could try to give you some of their emotion and be romantic, or give you their love or parts of their heart, or just express little lovey-dovey things to you. But you feel like in all of it, there's this immaturity that you can't overlook. Like, there's this like even if they're honest, even if they're trying to grow, you're like, we can't build until you shake that immaturity. Like, that's such an immature mindset, and I feel like it's such a huge turnoff for you. Something about the way this person functions comes off immature for you. So that could be the issue with the person who you feel like opens you up too much. It's like, I'm gonna open to this immature person, and then it's just gonna aggravate the shit out of me. Like, that's just how I heard it. It's just gonna like, so it's like you try to allow them space, right? It's like, I do care about you, but I'm just going to give you space and see if you grow. And I do feel like there is some transformation happening within this person. But it's like they don't know how to have balance all the way yet. So it's like as they start to transform, and maybe they start to accept like, okay, well, I guess this person isn't reciprocating. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or could have been dealing with a Capricorn in the past. You're just, I feel like, over the toxicity. You don't want anything that's going to be toxic. I feel like you may have gotten through a lot of your challenges you've been having throughout life, or within your family or your personal life, your finances or something, or you're working really hard to get through that, and you're like, I just don't have time for the toxic energy. I don't have time for anything that's going to stress me out, cause me pain, cause me to cry, or be up at night. I can't sleep. I don't have time for that. And it's like, even though you're trying to avoid it, something about this situation still gets to you. It still bothers you. It still does affect your sleep. It still does come across your mind. It still does affect your heart. It's like this person, they just have a hold on you in some way, and you can't understand why. You can't understand how, but it's like you can't figure them out. And I think that could be what it is. Like, it's like this person keeps you on your toes in a way that is bad but also good. It's like, you excite me but you also irritate me like no other. So I feel like you're kind of torn about that, and that kind of bothers you. And it's like, there's no way. You keep telling yourself, like, because you keep thinking about them, or you feel the feels for them, but you're telling yourself like, there's no way that could work. Like, why are you even thinking about it? Just stop thinking about it. Like, you know, like, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like in some way you're gonna move towards this person in some way. Like, something, you're gonna do something. Like, there's some emotion here, and it won't be fast, and it won't be quick, and it won't be this huge change that they'll make. There's just gonna be like an honesty. They're very honest, they're very open, I feel like, possibly about their emotions, or they're gonna become that way a little bit with you, and that could be enough to kind of like put your guard down a little more, and you're like, you know what, like, this is kind of refreshing. Like, a lot of people don't open up like this, and it softens you to them a little bit. And that's where the energy of moving back towards them, removing that guard, opening up to them comes back in. But I feel like you don't make any decisions right away. You don't make, you don't take this like huge leap of faith just because you feel a little more open to them. You just kind of, it's almost like, it sounds kind of cocky in my mind. You're like, oh, I guess I'll give you a chance. Like, I guess it's worth it. Whoa. I feel like the emotion, though, like, there's so much emotion going on. And then, like, it's funny because somebody is, like, slowly fading to black. I don't know if there's someone you were just talking to or someone else you're dating, but it feels like, not like they're going to be non-existent, but it's just like a lackluster connection. It's just like things are missing, and it's too evident that they're missing. And so even if you're trying to fight off whatever you're feeling, and like, really give someone a chance, or really build something, or do the right thing, I don't know why I feel like it's like do the right thing, but some of you could be trying to do the right thing, whatever that is. It's just so lackluster. It's so not you, or boring. I heard boring. I was trying to avoid saying it. It's so boring. And there you go. The opportunity, the decision, cutting out what doesn't serve you, the truth, facing your truth. At some point, you have to just face your truth, right? It's like you even in the mode of trying to isolate yourself, you still want to offer pieces of yourself to someone. Someone pulls things out of you that other people cannot get out of you. And that leaves you in this mode of contemplation about this person and about the situation with them. And there's a passion about it. And I feel like it affects how you view interacting with other people romantically. Almost like you will never choose anyone above them, but you won't really fully admit that you would never choose anyone above them. You communicate with them honestly, but also with a deceitfulness. Like you give them 75% of the truth and you don't lie to them the other 25%, you just withhold it. And that's still like a form of manipulation. So it still has this like negative kind of energy around it, but it's almost like you're not doing it to play games. You're doing it to protect yourself because you feel like if you don't, like you're gonna get played or this person is gonna like have their fun with you and then not make the decision that they need to make, or the move that they need to make to really build something sturdy with you. It's like you have hope but no hope for this connection with this person. It's so odd. Like it's just a back and forth thing. Let's peek at their energy a little bit, since it seems that one party is kind of pulling at your heartstrings more than anyone else. This person could feel like there's work to be done, and they know that you guys can't immediately run off in the sunset together, right? But they still want to make offers to you. They still want to have some type of movement, even if it's really slow movement. I feel like communication is really important to them. They want to be able to talk to you about things at least and understand, but they feel like every time talks come about that involve relationships or emotions or something, you guys get into this energy of defensiveness, this energy of arguments, this energy of misunderstanding, miscommunications. And that's kind of off-putting to them. So even if they're still offering their energy, I feel like they're not offering as much as they used to. This person could have been very, very energetically open with you at some point, or could have been really, really trying to like really invest in you and connect with you, build with you, maybe buy you things, give you things, share with you. And that could be changing, or they could have changed that already because they feel like the step that needs to happen makes you uncomfortable. They feel like you don't really care or value the connection as much as they do, or you're just not willing to take the risk the way they are, because I feel like they have some fear too and some doubt too, but they are still willing to take some type of risk. They aren't making a full-fledged decision to move away from you just yet. Like I said, they still make little small offers to you. I feel like it's mostly communication, but still little offers. But I feel like they are changing the way they're going to be communicating with you, changing the way they're going to be approaching you, because they feel tossed to the side. They feel disregarded. They feel used in some ways. They feel played with. They're like, why would you allow things to grow but not grow? It's like I don't know, but it's like even in the midst of that, they fully can't disconnect, and that causes them frustration and anger, because it's like their love or their feelings or their passion or attraction for you or something just keeps growing. Like it just naturally grows and they can't stop it. So all in all, right? Like it or not, they like it or not, you won't transform or change quickly. Like we all know that the saying is that Tauruses are stubborn, but you really truly show it in March of 2020. You are going to move very slow at your own pace. You are not going to budge because you feel like you have I think there's a lot of stress going on in your life, or a lot of people pulling at you, a lot of things that warrant your attention and your mind. So you almost don't have enough mental capacity left to give to stressing over a love relationship. So you try to distance yourself from it, but it's still in your mind a lot. You just want to hit pause on the whole thing. This person though, even with them being upset with you, they somehow still want balance. They still want to give and take. They still want to interact. They could make a sexual innuendo towards you, or you guys could have like a sexual encounter of some sort. and it could be after someone spends money. Maybe you guys will have a date, or they may ask you on a date or something like that. Someone's going to act on their passion, and I feel like it could be your partner, Taurus, or the person that you care about or are interested in. And there is I feel like an ending of some sort in the relationship realm, right? Something dies out in this connection. It withers away, and it makes room for like a new light. You know how like there's a storm and the rain washes things away, and then the sun comes out and there's a rainbow. It's almost that type of thing. So something like ends, or maybe you guys, you know, change your mindset or change the way you're approaching each other. Maybe some of that toxicity is like, you know, removed, and like there's some offers taking place. I feel like there's some changes that are happening. It's not anything major right away, but it is progressive. It is forward moving. You could actually feel like you want to make offers to this person because of something they do. You know, it's a little scary, and you fight yourself on it for a while, but you make a little offer to them. You make a little movement towards them. A very, very little movement, but a movement nonetheless. And you could come upon this epiphany or this desire to talk to them out of the blue. You reach out with communication. They feel kind of frustrated because it's like, this is not how I want it. You keep wanting to be in and out or something like that. They get a little frustrated. They're like, my needs are more important now. I'm not the same as I was, or something like that. But yeah, like, I feel like overall there's like an inevitable interaction. Like you and this person can't fight this. You guys are going to have a conversation, or some type of, I keep hearing union is going to come about, or communication is going to come about. There could be other people or another person in some way, like I feel like in your background, but maybe for both of you. But nonetheless, there's like this back and forth energy on both ends, but there's this undeniable emotion that's there. So I would say overall advice for you, my Tauruses, is to, yes, pace yourself, but you know, don't go in hermit mode and allow yourself to pretend. Because like I said, I feel like you give us 75% truth and you don't lie, but you just withhold 25%. Even if you make a small gesture, then it's going to be, you know, something that can make a positive shift in energy in this connection. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. My Tauruses, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Like, share, subscribe, etc. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Tune in for the next one. You can email me at cocoreadings@gmail.com if you are interested in personal reading, have a question, want to share a story, etc. Like I said, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Love and air hugs. Bye, guys.